Hello, welcome to the February TBR that I'm filming a week ahead of schedule and also in a different way than normal. So we'll see if this is actually the version you get. We'll see. There are 12 books. I am reaching for my sticky notes because I can't find my Apple Pencil, so I couldn't write it on my iPad. 7 of these are for the podcast. So if you don't, I'll save them for the end. But if you don't want to hear about the podcast, I'm sorry, but for some reason we decided to do double episodes again in February for Romance Month, and I haven't had the chance to pre-read most of them, so I just wrote down all the ones that I haven't pre-read yet, but I do have a good chunk of them from Libby or Hoopla, so like, as soon as I have time, I'm going to pick them up, so like, technically some of them I, like, won't have to pick up, hopefully, but, yeah, I guess I'll start with vlogs. Being as there's only one vlog month now where I plan the TBR, there's only 3 books. This one is going to be one where I read horror because, and hear me out, last year most of what I read was romance. And, I mean, it's romance month. I'm gonna read a lot of romance. But sometimes you need a break from all the romance. And I decided to be really funny to do a horror or mystery thriller vlog. I decided on horror in the month of romance to take a break from all the romance. Right? Does that make sense? I don't know. Also, I'd like to know that I do know about the boycott for Macmillan / St. Martin's Press, right? And I have tried my hardest to make sure all these books are not one of the imprints, but there's like certain imprints that are okay but some that are not, and it confuses me. Like, I accidentally read a Tor book in one of my vlogs this month, not realizing that Tor is owned by them, but then learned that Tor is one of the imprints that's actually okay to read. So I tried my hardest, which is a real shame because a lot of the horrors I wanted to read were Macmillan or St. Martin, so you know, good times. First one, The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson, I believe is her name. I read Grown by her, right? In, I think, my yellow vlog. That was such a long time ago, but it was so good. Really like her writing. I've wanted to pick up more of her books in a long time. And then as soon as I heard about The Weight of Blood, I knew it was going to be my type of thing. So the way I've heard it described is it's like Carrie, but modern day. And also racism. So yeah, I'm excited to pick it up. I really like her writing style. I hope I can do the audiobook because the audiobook of Grown is great, and I think just her writing style really lends towards really good audiobook, like all that fun stuff. Okay, This Delicious Death, which is one that I've been like putting on and off my hold list on Libby for like months now, which is one where there's like a bunch of basically zombies. They're basically zombies. It doesn't say zombies, but they're basically zombies, right? And so scientists make this thing called, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically fake flesh so that zombies can eat the flesh and be normal people, but not actually have to kill people. And so there's this group of girls who go on to like a Coachella / Burning Man type thing, music festival, and then all their synth flesh, that's what it's called, synthetic flesh, goes missing, and one of the girls goes crazy and eats a kid, and then turns into a conspiracy that I assume has to do with the government. I don't know, but it intrigues me. And then because I hate myself, I chose Imaginary Friend, because if I remember properly, this one's long, like this one's thick, like I'm scared. But this one, from me reading the synopsis yesterday when I made the list, is about a kid who like goes missing. There's stuff with like him and his mom escaping his abusive father and whatnot, and then he goes missing, and there's all this stuff, and then afterwards he starts hearing this voice in his head that's telling him to build a treehouse or everyone in the town that they now live in will die or something. Intriguing, right? The way that I accidentally did also a horror for the Buzzwordathon, which I think, I don't remember the prompt. Is the prompt good or is the prompt house? I don't remember. But I chose The Good House, which is one that I've heard really good things about. If I remember, this is like a haunted house type one. This is the first haunted house type book that I heard about before the craze of haunted house type books started in the past like year or two. and it really intrigued me, and I've gotten really into haunted house type stories recently, so I'm like into it, right? Like, you know, good times. Excited. For one of the book clubs I'm in, kind of the only book club I'm actively in, I think it's called the Bookworms. I'll put it below. I'll put the Goodreads below. There is no 2 versions of the book club where you can do both or neither or one each month. And there's like the normal one, and then there's the Smut Sluts. And for the Smut Sluts is the one that I decided to put down on my TBR, which is Outdrawn, which is basically artists enemies to lovers. Like, there's basically reading it, that the synopsis, that's what basically it is. They're both artistic people and whatnot, and there's the enemies to lovers thing going on, and I assume they bang because it's for the Smut Sluts. So yeah, good times. Okay, now I'm gonna get into the podcast. We're gonna start with the one that's a reread, which is Kiss Quotient. I read this one 2019. It would have been 2019 because I was still roommates with Bessie, and it was pre-Rona. I remember this. I have the audiobook this time. I finally finished the series last year, end of last year, and the last book was my favorite of the series. I really loved it. It was nothing like the other 2, but I really loved it. And I gave it 5 stars. I'm pretty sure I have Kiss Quotient at 4 stars because this is before I rate things half stars, right? I got the fish to agree to allow me put in Hold Me by Courtney Milan, which is a book that's been on my TBR since around 2019, since around the time that I created my Goodreads account. Okay? And it's, I think the female main character is trans, and so, it's one of the 4 technically queer ones. So there's that. That's basically all I know about it. Like, I've heard things about it back in 2019 when I put on my TBR. It's just been so long I don't remember except for that one small detail, so you know, good times. There's, for one of the other gay ones, we have The Fiancé Farce, which is one that I tried to get on NetGalley, but no, I got denied. It's fine. Libby has it. I already have it on Libby, but it is, I think one's like a wedding planner or something like that, and it's fake dating, and it's sapphic. I feel like that's all, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how I described it to the fish, and the fish went, yeah, that seems like our type of speed, right? Right? Because the other gay one is also fake dating. I'll talk about that now, because this is the only one that had to be switched out. There was one that was Macmillan / St. Martin's, that was the first or second episode planned, right? And so I had to switch it out. So things had to be moved around so we have time to get loans and blah 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 blah. But it got switched out with Fake Dates and Mooncakes, which I've heard really good things about. This is the one that I will know the most about, so let me tell you about it, because I literally just had to send the fish a bunch of different options and then describe them to them, which is a fun time because I'm horrible at describing books to people. I've learned this. But basically this one has, the main character is Asian, and the other main character, I think one of them's name is Dylan. I think it's Dylan, and then Theo is I think white, I don't know, but the vibes I'm getting is like rich white family, right? Right? And so Dylan, I'm going, that's with his name. I like, do I remember? No, but I'm going that's his name. Is trying to win this mooncakes baking competition to like honor his mother, but also to make some popularity for his aunt's struggling restaurant, right? And then Theo keeps on coming in to like visiting him or coming around, and he's like, "Ooh, you're cute, but like I don't have time for you. I got other things to do." But then Theo invites him to his birthday party. No, a family wedding. And so he goes to the Hamptons, I think, with him. And then relationship stuff starts, but also family drama stuff. And I went, oh, are they going to be racist? And then I looked at the content warnings, and racism is there. So, yeah. And then the 2 last ones for the month of February that I haven't read yet are the second and third books in the Things We Never Got Over series. I don't remember the names of them from the top of my head. They're both gonna be long. Let's really hope that I can find the audiobooks of both of them, because they're gonna be long. Okay? So that's that. There's one more, because it goes up the 1st of March. Yeah, March is after. I always switch March and April. It goes up the 1st of March. And that is the first in the Mindfuck series. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with a serial killer and an investigator of some kind, and it's smutty. I don't know. I'm crazy, I'm weird. I heard about it like 5 times from a bunch of different people, and some of them really hated it, and some of them really loved it. And I went, yeah, that seems my speed. And added it to my TBR, and to the podcast TBR. The end of story. Okay, that is that. That is everything. Next videos are going to be Saturday. Is that the day? Yes. Saturday, when I normally used to do videos, is going to be the wrap up for January this month, because I think this is going up the 31st. And then next Wednesday is going to be the weekend reading vlog, so stay tuned for that. That's everything. Let's hope I didn't have to record this.